We have a certain degree of pain that we can't contain, that we can't digest, and that level of pain stays somehow as a continuous pressing point. So one of the main reasons why we need apparently so many hours in front of whatever screen or whatever painkiller is because we can't really digest the pain. We'll look at the game of painkillers and healers. The main reason why people cannot control their schedule, in my opinion, is because a lot of the schedule is a painkiller schedule. We accumulate tensions at work. Existentially, we're not happy with our lives. We have a lot of distress from here and there, from all sorts of circumstances, and we go through all of that, or we have a certain degree of pain that we can't contain, that we can't digest, distress from here and there, from all sorts of circumstances, and we go through all of that, or we have a certain degree of pain that we can't contain, that we can't digest, and that level of pain stays somehow as a continuous pressing point. And we take our time. You know, you come home from work and you feel, oh, you have to do something. And then you go to your painkiller. Netflix, porn, pot, alcohol, social media. You go to your painkiller. When you get home, when you're at work, you do your duties. You finish your duties, you arrive home with who? You arrive home with your pain. And then your pain, and you sit there. And you want not to look at your pain. So you distract yourself. And if somebody would take you from that distraction, you would meet the pain, you get angry. So one of the main reasons why we need apparently so many hours in front of whatever screen or whatever painkiller is because we can't really digest the pain. And we don't perceive it as such. So first of all, we need to get sober. We say, no, it's fun to watch television or get drunk or smoke pot or porn. It's for fun. If you can stop at any time for a month and you won't feel anything, then it's for fun. If you feel frustrated, agitated and so forth when you can't have it, it's not for fun. It's not at all for fun. It is a form of addiction and a form of a painkiller. Now, painkillers generally, they will take down the feeling of the pain, but not the source of the hurt. So you will have apparently less pain, but you're still, it's like you have a cut in the finger, and then you put a glove, and then you don't see that you have a cut, but in the meantime it gets infected. So the painkillers will not heal the pain, but they will just take it out of our consciousness. So if today you have 70 degrees of pain, when you come home, you have your painkiller, you watch television, and then you only feel 35, half of that pain. But then tomorrow when you get home, you will have 80 units of pain, more than today. And the painkiller will work less, will no longer take half, will take 1/3, and so forth. The painkillers will get weaker and weaker in time. Pain will grow, the actual pain will grow in time, and those painkillers will take away our possibility to grow and to actually heal. Now what we do, and this is one of the most essential ideas of this lecture, what we do is we heal the pain through spiritual practice. So we arrive home with our pain, we look pain in the eyes, say, come, let's heal. And then if the painkiller took 50% of the pain down, The spiritual practice will take only 10% of the pain down, but that 10% will stay. And when you come home tomorrow, you only have 90% of the pain. And it hurts. It's not as much fun as watching television, but you're doing the actual work. And then after doing spiritual practice for a month, for 2 months, you cut down half of your pain. And you don't feel so compulsory, so addicted to whatever painkiller you have there. And let's face it, who doesn't have one? But then the spiritual practice, you see, then you have 3 hours of painkillers, half an hour of spiritual practice, and then you grow spiritually in the process, and you have less and less pain. And because you have less and less pain, you have less and less compulsive pull towards your painkillers. And so, if you've done half an hour for a few weeks of spiritual practice and 3 hours of entertainment, after that you feel, you know what, I'm feeling so much better, I don't need so much of that entertainment, and then we go down from half an hour, or from 3 hours of entertainment to 2 hours of entertainment and an hour and a half of spiritual practice. And gradually, the spiritual practice will put us in such a state of balance, and we will be so pain-free, or that we will just have the capacity to withstand consciously the pain without freaking out, that we can just do spiritual practice. And our need for entertainment from 4 hours a day will go into 2 hours a week. Not in a forced way, not in a bullied way, but as a harmonious expression of our heart's aspiration to grow. And in this process we will grow spiritually very much. And we will not have the extra toxins that come from any one of those painkillers. Porn will do what it does to your dopamine centers there, and has the same addictive pattern as cocaine. Horror movies and news and whatever there will tense you up, will make you more violent, and that violent will make you suffer and will attract violence into your life. Very stupid social media, over whatever, romantic, whatever will make you more attached, more dreamy, more unconscious. Generally the screen will make you passive. All these negative effects you take out, and gradually, without bullying yourself, it will be a gradual conquering. If you have this idea, this understanding in mind, you will gradually conquer your pain with an actual healer, which is the spiritual practice, to replace the painkillers that were there before. So you do the process gradually without bullying yourself. You gradually move. The movement is a gradual movement when you heal some of the pain and then you reduce some of the painkillers. And gradually you will reach to half the pain, half the painkillers. 90% of the pain gone, 90% of the painkillers gone. All that time released to growth and faster healing. So it will grow exponentially. And eventually, if you have no pain, you don't need painkillers. But it cannot be forced. If now you just try to take away all your painkillers, you freak out. You can't take it. Gurdjieff and his schools, you said, you can't take all the buffers from a human being because they will go crazy. We are so far from reality that we need a bit of illusion. So you do the process gradually without bullying yourself. And eventually, yes, all your time can be invested freely, not as a compulsory painkiller thing. Invest your time in love, in practice, in elevated things, and then you are free to do with your time what you want once this painkiller element is out.
And I want to underline here that somehow the vision that we have upon the problem is the problem, because it's like, you see, when Uriel calls this painkillers, this is a deliberate choice of words. If, let's say, you would be on morphine, and then you would ask the doctor, Well, are you saying no painkillers at all, ever? It's clear there's an addiction, right? Which is fine, but understand that as the doctor helps you, or you yourself help yourself, to gradually come off the dosage by replacing with something healthy, by doing exercises for rehabilitation and so forth, so getting better, regaining strength and so forth, morphine can be taken down, which is a good thing, you know, because in our mind we have been conceptualizing these painkillers as something essential, as something that fulfills a fundamental need, and it's not. It's just not. And it's like, for me, it's also very hard to grasp this, but the reality of it is poisoning you. And of course, you don't want to shock your system by just running out of the poison, and then you will have compensatory effects from that. So you don't want to do that. But you want to gradually move away from the poison. Like, just understand that that's what you do to yourself when you use these sort of painkiller style. May it be entertainment, may it be food, may it be whatever you use in that way, you are numbing yourself. You are not being the real you. You are not in contact with yourself. You are on drugs, and that's not something that you want to stay with. I'm saying it so harshly because for me, I need to hear it that way to really understand, oh, that's what I'm doing to myself here. Let's just let that sink in for a moment. This is a painkiller I'm taking on the long run, and I have to increase the dosage all the time. I fall prey of this very easily. So for me, it's important to really hear it that way. So those of you who need to hear it that way, it's a painkiller. Move to a pain healer. Build your muscles. Listen to a song that will uplift your soul. Do something that relates to the deeper you, that brings you in contact with you, even if that is a little more challenging, even if that doesn't give you pain relief in the moment, it will heal you on the long term. That's the whole point. So don't forget about that, please.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on spirituality, Tantra and more.
And if you want to sign up for our online classes or for our retreats, you can see our website on the description below.
Thank you.